The dream of North Wilkesboro Speedway began in the mid-1940s when Enoch Staley found inspiration in a stock car race that Bill France had promoted in South Carolina before the formation of NASCAR. The story goes that Staley and his partners ran out of money to create their perfect oval, leaving the track with an uphill slope on the backstretch and a downhill slope to the finish. Such was born one of the most unique short tracks in NASCAR history, a 6.625-mile oval that hosted the Cup Series twice a year until 1996. Jeff Gordon won that final race here, and from the second that last checkered flag fell, race fans have clamored for the return of North Wilkesboro. Now we go back in time. The track has been digitally restored to its 1987 state, giving iRacers the opportunity to relive the iconic North Carolina short track as it existed in its heyday. Richard Petty won here 8 times. Darrell Waltrip 10 times, including 5 in a row. Tonight, it's the Gulf Coast Sim Racing Late Model Stock Finale, and it's next on HBR TV. Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Singer with HBR TV, welcoming you to the final race of this short season, the Gulf Coast Sim Racing Late Model Stock Series. We'll wrap things up here at North Wilkesboro Speedway tonight. Let's take a look at the race details. 74-degree air temperature, 50% humidity, a little bit of cloud cover, 6-mile-per-hour breeze. Track temp down to about 78 as we are late in the day here. We've got 75 laps to get it done here tonight. Not a very long race. Bit of a sprint. We ran 200 laps here pretty recently with this same group of drivers. It was an excellent race. That was a money race. This is just the league race. I mean, no shortage of action nonetheless here. A couple of minutes left in the practice session. Let's take a look at the time so far. To no one's surprise, Corey Bodie fastest, 18.43 seconds. Second quick, Gene Denmark at 18:44. J.J. Day in 18:44, Hightower of 46, then Courtney of 46, then Burkett of 47, and Payne of 47, and then a 50 and a 50. My God, these guys are close. Going to be a fun one to watch here in qualifying to see if they can back these times up. Very, very, very close together, very evenly matched. A lot of parity out here at North Wilkesboro tonight. Before we get too deep into things, got to thank Whiplash Media Sim Cams for providing tonight's custom camera work. If you have a broadcast platform with iRacing yourself, check those guys out. Facebook, Discord, Twitter, however you can find them. Andrew's got it set for you. Just about any track you can think of, he's got a camera pack for you. Check those guys out. They do great work. Closing in on 10 seconds to go here in the session. We'll get right into single car qualifying. One of the things I love about this series and this league, they run individual qualifying, so everybody in the league gets an opportunity to have a couple of laps all to themselves on the broadcast. Of course, these guys are playing out in the grass. No pit wall to worry about. So with that, let's see who takes to the track first. So far, nobody. Do have the balloons going in the air here for the qualifying session, though. Looks like Kyle Johnson may be first to roll here. Indeed it is. While we have a quick moment, let's take a look at the point standings coming into this final race. Of course, we'd love to. Little delay. There it is. J.J. Day, top of the board. Then it's Trevor Bowen, Cooper Hightower, Tate Payne, Jesse Henderson, Lyle Johnson, Drew Chance, Jonathan Langham, Corey Bodiad Brown. Your top 10 in points. Looks like this is going to come down between J.J. Day, Trevor Bowen. $18.832 for Johnson. A little quicker, 18.646 puts him provisionally on the pole. Now we got Ed Brown taking the green flag. First lap for Ed Brown, 18.689. Almost got that top spot. See if you can do it on the second time by. Smooth on a turn 4 across the stripe. See where he lands. He stays second. He does. 18.731. Does not pick up on lap 2. Brandon Stokes on the racetrack, the number 78. The Good Wrench Service Plus colors on board that machine. Takes the green flag. Stokes looking good out of 4. 18.609. Stokes goes P1 on his first lap. Let's see if he can add a little bit of insurance to that time. Lap 2, does he go faster? No, he doesn't. In fact, he runs identical lap times, 18.609, both trips around North Wilkesboro Speedway. Impressive. Puts it P1. Phil Hensley next to hit the racetrack, the number 36 machine. First lap for Hensley, 18.683. He's going to put himself P3 for the moment. Again, looking at the timing tower, times are still awfully close, and we've still got a handful of drivers to go. Plug check at the finish. Does he go faster? He does. 18.600 for Philip Hensley. Goes top of the board. Robert Barber next to roll. First lap, 18.716 for Barber. A little loose off the 4. That's not going to help. 18.74. Not a great year. Not a great lap. Puts him P5. Jesse Henderson is next, the number 28 out of Opp, Alabama. Lap 1 goes P1. Quick time for Henderson, 18.555. .560 the lap after that. Still sits P1 provisionally. Jonathan Langham is next. Trying to get a little bit of heat in those tires before he comes around to the start-finish line to take the green flag. I am curious, though. I think they were running an open set, or at least a custom fixed set the last time they ran here. It was the 200-lap money race they had here recently. Curious if they've played with that setup at all. I recall it being kind of set up for the long run. Didn't pan out. Langham goes P4, 18.635. This being a 75 lapper. Don't expect a whole lot of long runs. You never know what could happen. Maybe they could go green to checkered without a yellow. We'll see. Lap 2 for Langham, 18.665. Actually loses a little bit of time. Trevor Bowen on the racetrack takes the green flag. Comes into tonight's second in points. Lap 1 doesn't take much. Goes P1, 18.530 on his first trip around. He's still digging. Let's see if he can get a faster one here on his second lap. Hanging it wide open off of turn 4. Sliding the rear end. Does he go quicker? He does not. Very close time, though. 18.585. Sits P1 for now. Drew Chance in the number 18 Cadillac out of Kinston, Alabama. Drew's actually the flagman at South Alabama Speedway. .144 the first lap for Chance. I think that was an intentional throwaway, though it has seemed that lap 1 was the better lap for most drivers. We'll see if that remains the same here for Drew Chance. It was not a very quick lap the first time, but lap 2 bound to be quicker. Let's see where he lands. P1, 18.487. Chance goes top of the board, throws away that first lap, makes up for it on the second one. What a lap. Tate Payne on the Speedway. .554 for Payne the first time. It puts him P3. Second lap, still third quick. 18.620 for Tate Payne inside row number 2. Peyton Burkett. Burkett in the number 17 out of turn number 2 on his out lap. Maybe his first lap, actually. Seventh quick, 18.633. Burkett still in it. Has to lift a bit out of turn 2. I don't know if it lost the nose. On throttle. See where it is out of turn number 4. Doesn't lift. Almost gets the wall. Let's see if he's quicker here. Lap number 2. Fifth fast, 18.570. Good lap for Burkett. And we got the 5/52-25 hut hike. Dylan Courtney trying to get as much heat and air pressure into those tires as he can. Certainly going to throw away lap 1. Courtney off the chip down into turn number 1. 20.803 the first lap. We expected it to be slow. Again, trying to get some heat in those tires early on. Lap 2 for Courtney. Second quick, outside front row, 18.492. Some of these guys have this figured out. We'll see where Cooper Hightower can land. Hightower in the 122 Monster Energy Chevrolet. Third quick, first time, 18.518 for Cooper Hightower. Didn't waste that first lap, and he may be wasting lap 2, just kind of calling it. That's good enough. Indeed he is. Brings it to pit lane here, third fast. He's happy with that. JJ Day now on the backstretch, about to take the green on his first lap. Day coming in as the point leader. Oversteer on exit. Where does he land? JJ Day, first lap, getting all he can. Fifth quick, 18.533. Does he have more? Look good out of turn number 4. Let's see what the time shows us. Pole position, 18.465 seconds. JJ Day, by 2/100ths of a second, takes the top spot. Gene Denmark now on the track. We'll see what he can do. First lap, 15th quick, 18.947 for Denmark. Might have been a throwaway. Plug check for Denmark. Across the stripe goes row 2, P4, 18.496 for Denmark. A good lap. Corey Bodie in the number 44, HBR TV. He's in a Charger this week? What's he driving? It is a Charger. 18.92, first lap for Bodie. Probably a throwaway. Bodie out of turn 4. Let's see what he can get here. Does he have anything for JJ Day? Fifth quick, 18.509 for Corey Bodie. It's going to wrap it up for the 44. We've got one driver still in here, hasn't taken the time. It's Charlie Mosley. Looks like he's going to roll right now, I believe. Yeah, he is on track as we speak. Final car to attempt to qualify. Mosley out of Mobile, Alabama. Time does not register officially for Mosley. Not sure what the scenario is. Maybe got a piece of the wall. With that, we're going to jump out and get a quick break out of the way before we get to our starting grid. Folks, stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Like Millet might have won this. He did by 2/100ths of a second over Brandon. That S4 guy off turn 4 for the final time sees the checkered flag. It waves. It belongs to the 315. Checkered flag. Contact and Brian Rose wins it. A photo finish at the line. Oh, we got a wreck. Will Hewitt's through the trial for the final time, and oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Vincent Short sneaks through, and I think Short. Back at North Wilkesboro Speedway for the Corey Bodie Motorsports Late Model Stock Series with Gulf Coast Sim Racing. Let's take a look at our starting grid for our season finale. On the pole position with a lap time of 18.465 seconds, it's the 16 of J.J. Day. Outside front row, it's the 26 of Drew Chance, missed it by 22/1000ths of a second. Row number 2, it's the 5 of Dylan Courtney and Gene Denmark with Shift Face Motorsports. Corey Bodie, the 44, is going to start P5. Hooper Hightower is going to start 6th. 7th starter, second in points, it's the 9 of Trevor Bowen. Tate Payne starts in the 8th spot. Jesse Henderson rolls from the 9th starting position. 10th goes to Peyton Burkett, the number 17 out of Florida. Phil Hensley, the 36 out of the Mid-South, starts 11th. Brandon Stokes, the 78 machine, will start P12. 13th goes the Jason Langham in the 51. Kyle Johnson, the 37, starts 14th. Ed Brown in the 12. He will roll from the 15th starting position with Rob Barber in the 55, starting 16th. And then last but not least, in the 17th position, the Southern Canadian Racing number 89, Charlie Mosley Jr. will start 17th. It's your starting grid here from North Wilkesboro. Field already rolling on lap 1 of 2 of the pace laps before we go under the green flag. Field forming up. Looks like JJ Day dropping to the tail of the field here. I believe this could be due to a wind penalty type situation. He's going to have to come from the back. So it looks like the 5 of Dylan Courtney. He's going to be the one leading the field to green. Drew Chance, the number 26, to his outside. Base truck hard left down pit lane. Green flag in the air. We're racing from North Wilkesboro. Lap 1 in the books. Courtney with the lead, but the 18 of Chance. It's actually the 26 in the tower, 18 on the door, looking to the outside for that race lead. Still side by side with the top 2 and then the top 4 and then maybe even the top 5. You've got the interloper, the 51 there in the 5th position. It's actually the 9 of Bowen, I believe. That is correct. Got the wrong number on the door. That's okay. We'll get it figured out. Still the lead not really changing hands officially. Maybe a couple here and there throughout the course of the lap, but back to the stripe. Chance might lead it at the line. That's hard to say. Still side by side down into 1 and a little bit of contact with Bodie and Gene Denmark. Off at turn 2, they straighten things back out. The 51 of Bowen in behind. He's got to be careful too. Denmark being aggressive early, looking to go up the middle. I don't know if you want to do that here at Wilkesboro. Man, oh man, 5 laps into this, and it's already crazy exciting. Chance goes P1 here. He's finally going to clear Courtney. Denmark trying to go to the outside and take that spot as well. Remember, Chance was able to get that pass made on the high side. While still battling Denmark and Dylan Courtney in that 2nd position. That fight continuing. Still to the inside in contact. Gene Denmark manages to save it. Courtney lifts just enough to let him do it. Contact was made. Corey Bodie sits now in the 4th position. Sun setting here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Hope we can get this one done in a hurry because there are no lights here. Remember, this is the 1987 rendering of North Wilkesboro Speedway. No lights to speak of. I will say that I truly hope iRacing does go through and rescans Wilkesboro after all the upgrades that SMI has put it through. Don't get rid of this version. This one's a classic. It has to remain, but please go ahead. Update the track with the most recent scan. I know the racing surface hasn't changed a whole lot. Maybe some sealer, maybe some repairs made here and there, but of course they have added the safer barrier, new fencing, new grandstands. I mean, the place just looks redone. Meanwhile, Denmark is taking over that 2nd spot officially. Bodie in 3rd, Courtney 4th, Henderson 5th. Trevor Bowen with some issues. I don't know if that was connection related as he is back in that 5th spot. He was dropping like a rock. Wants to disconnect him for a brief moment. Might be getting to the back of Courtney here in just a minute if we're not careful. Takes a peek to the inside into turns 3 and 4. Bowen on the bottom, Courtney up top. Bowen slides up scrapes the paint just a little bit. I don't think there was much contact at all, but they were awfully close out of turn 4. Drew Chance remains the race leader, still side by side this battle for the 5th spot. 4th, that is. Courtney has the P4, and Bowen in 5th trying to take 4th away. Needs all the points he can muster up tonight. 28 of Jesse Henderson in behind. He's running P6, and the 122 of Cooper Hightower, the Monster Energy machine, in behind him. Appears we do have one retiree already, Robert Barber in the pit lane. Been there for about a minute or so. Top 3 getting away. That's Chance, Denmark, and Bodie. The battle for 4th continues. It seems that Bowen might be a tick faster than Dylan Courtney. Courtney up the racetrack out of 4. Bowen carrying a ton of momentum down into turn number 1. Really nowhere to go with it. Oh, little bump. There's the first one. If we didn't miss the first one, that's the second one, but who knows? Third one usually ends up in the fence. Side by side out of 4. Bowen trying to make the move. Has a nose, not enough. We've seen the outside lane work early on in the run. We're only 16 laps in. You got to wonder if Bowen's willing to go. There's the second little bump. That's 2. Courtney to the outside. Bowen down low at the stripe. Bowen's going to have the spot. Courtney's going to try and battle back down into turn number 1 and 2. Carries some more momentum. A little bit more banking, it appears. It's kind of an unplanned progressive banking here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. That's not how they built this place, but it does seem a little bit flatter down on the bottom. Still, Chance, Denmark, Bodie, your top 3. Now Bowen up into the 4th spot. The battle now, Henderson trying to go around Dylan Courtney as well. Right on board with Courtney as he continues to free fall. On board, the driver's eye cam presented by Whiplash Sim Cams. Courtney has fallen back into the 6th position. Meanwhile, we got a battle up front. Gene Denmark to the inside of Drew Chance for the lead. Denmark alongside through turns 3 and 4. Corey Bodie's going to try and chase him through. Now he's alongside. Denmark clears Chance. He takes over the top spot. Corey Bodie going to try and sneak through. Top 3 under a blanket. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. That battle seemed hot and heavy for a moment, but it has dissipated. Denmark leads Bodie and Chance. Trevor Bowen in 4th. No contest just yet from Henderson, but Henderson runs in the 5th spot. Dylan Courtney maintaining P6. Cooper Hightower in 7th. Peyton Burkett up into the 8th spot. Tate Payne in the 9th position, and Brandon Stokes rounding out the top 10. Checking on J.J. Day. Remember, he had to start from the tail of the field. He's got to slowly but surely work his way up. We're just about 3rd distance here from North Wilkesboro. He's got to push, but he can't push too hard. Remember, you got 1 set of tires to play with here tonight if you so choose. Be well willing to bet these guys can make it all the way to the finish on 1 set. You don't necessarily have to come down pit lane. Leader's starting to catch some lap traffic. 36 of Phil Hensley. He was quick in qualifying, but he has dropped back to the last place position. At least the car is still on track. Looks like we're shaping up for a battle here. Gene Denmark still with the race lead, trying to hold off Corey Bodie. Bodie is right there. You gotta wonder, though, is he gonna go inside or outside? Make this pass. Bodie's backing up his entry here. He's losing ground coming into the corner, but he can get back to the power a little sooner. Catches the curb. That upsets the balance of the car. That's not good. Want to take a look at the brakes here on these cars? They're not getting that hot just yet. But if they do, we're ready for it. Still on board with Gene Denmark, looking back at second place Corey Bodie. 29 laps go on the board. Denmark scrapes the wall a little bit on entry to 3. Leader still catching some lap traffic here. Phil Hensley in the number 36. Not terribly off the pace. He's right there. It's going to be a struggle for these guys to get on by. Tate Payne having some connection issues as well. Hensley goes to the top, lets the leaders through. Kyle Johnson next on the list. Looks like he might have got the wall. He drops to the bottom to let them go on by. Almost makes contact with Bodie. That was close. Oh, and contact from Bodie to Gene Denmark out of turn 2. Denmark saves it. Bodie checks up. Almost disaster for the race leader. Just a few laps shy of halfway here at North Wilkesboro. Good thing it is starting to get dark here in North Carolina. Back in the pack, J.J. Day running in the 11th position, still needing to work his way towards the front of the field. Also needs to be careful, just needs to get this race finished in a safe position. He certainly cannot afford to finish last. Gets into Cooper Hightower a bit. Oh, we got trouble! Trouble in front of J.J. Day. Caution comes out. Could have been way worse than it was. Looks like Peyton Burkett in the 51 of Jonathan Langham involved in that one. It puts us under the yellow for the first time just about halfway into this race. Get a look at it. Cooper Hightower. What happens up front here? A little bit of contact. Dylan Courtney's slow. Burkett just drives into him here, expecting him to get on the power. It just doesn't happen. Not a serious incident by any means, but it could have been a problem for J.J. Day. He gets through it. Pit stop's underway. Gene Denmark brings him down. So does Drew Chance, Dylan Courtney, pretty much everybody down pit lane here. Phil Hensley still yet to make it down. He was a lap down. I think he's going to have to wait until the next time by. So with that said, we're going to jump out and get a quick break out of the way. We'll be back after this.
I met Marco Scarza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
at North Wilkesboro Speedway, finishing up our first caution, coming just past the halfway point, getting ready to go back green flag racing. Pace truck pulls off, and we're back underway. First lap's going to go to Corey Bodie. He takes the spot away from Dylan Courtney, who stayed on the racetrack, did not opt for tires or fuel. We got a wreck. Cooper Hightower in trouble on the backstretch, as well as the 78 of Brandon Stokes. We've said it so often, cautions breed cautions. Just like that, we've got another one. Get a look at it, see what happened here off of turn 2, it looked like. Might have started here with the 122 of Cooper Hightower. You've got the 78 of Brandon Stokes just in behind. Does he get some help? Yeah, a little bit of a bump out of 2. Slides Hightower up the racetrack. He's just going to get pounded here. Looks like Phil Hensley got him. Caution number 2. On the Speedway. So, drivers that did not pit, trying to get that taken care of now, realizing that it was not the move to make, how quickly they were eaten up by the fresh tires, at least on that first half lap. Of course, drivers involved in the wreck in pit lane: Hightower, Kyle Johnson, Robert Barber. Again, to take a look at the point standings coming into tonight, JJ Day, your point leader. Trevor Bowen in second. 39 points, the gap between these two. I think JJ's pretty much got this one locked up. Then Hightower, Tate Payne, Jesse Henderson, Lyle Johnson, Drew Chance, Jonathan Langham, Corey Bodie, Ed Brown, Peyton Brigat, Tracy Souls, Gene Denmark, Dylan Courtney, Kevin Anders, Cameron Latham, Tyler Sontag, Dustin Smith. Some of these drivers not here tonight, not making the whole season. That's okay. Still classified in the points. So Corey Bodie is going to restart as your race leader over Gene Denmark. Bodie has struggled a bit this season. Again, a very short season. I think we only had 6 races to contend with. Had some connection issues that certainly plagued him throughout the course of the season. I think he dropped to the back of the pack intentionally for one issue. Just had a rash of bad luck for the 44. He has performed quite well when he's been able to stay on the racetrack for the duration. Here he is now, last race of the season with a shot at a win. Before we get ready to go back to the green flag, I want to thank Whiplash Media SimCams one more time for providing custom camera content for all things iRacing. If your broadcast platform needs custom camera work, check out those guys, Whiplash Media SimCams, Facebook, Discord, Twitter, wherever you can find them. Andrew and the boys will get you hooked up. Officials waving off the restart here. Going to go one more lap, trying to get everybody formed up and in the right positions. Timing and scoring a little off. So here we go. Pace truck lights are off. So we're on the one to go once again. Dumps down into pit lane off of 4. Green flag in the air. We're back racing from Wilkesboro. Oh, we got somebody else around again. Tate Payne in the 15 in trouble. Just like that, quick caution. Trying to get going here. Don't want the pace truck to catch you. Let's watch it here again. The restart, connection issues already plaguing the 15. That probably did not helps the situation here. Still connection issues. I'd be willing to bet this may be what has caused this. Maybe not. Somebody down inside gets the pit wall into turn 1. That's the 55. Now I don't know who that is because the 55 doesn't display in the timing tower correctly. So we're trying to work on who that may have been. It's got the wrong number on the door. Ed Brown possibly? No, that's the 12th. There it is, Robert Barber. It is the 55. Let's get a look at it here another time here. Down the main straightaway, Barber just turns left into the pit wall and slides up, catches the 15 in the left door. Cooper Hightower in the pit lane. That thing's dog tracking pretty bad. Some left rear damage, it appears, on the 122. I don't know if he's already burned a fast repair, but if he has, that's going to spell disaster for the balance of Hightower's night. Yeah, he's in trouble. That left rear is towed way in. You can see it right there. Definitely closer than we had planned. Might have shifted the whole rear end housing over to the right side. I gotta tell you though, if he's able to drive this at speed, that is certainly going to be impressive because that left rear is badly damaged. It's just asking to spin out.
Green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Let's try it again. Bodie maintaining the top spot over the 88 of Gene Denmark as they work on a turn 2. 20 laps to go. Top 5 is Bodie, Denmark, Bowen, Henderson, and Chance. JJ Day up into that 6th spot. Does he have enough time to work his way to the front? So tough to pass here.
Caution's out.
And we got another caution on the Speedway. Charlie Mosley possibly.
Clear
Yes,
south, clear
indeed. 4th caution of the night. Man, we had a real strong run to the halfway point under the green flag, but we've had a rash of cautions ever since. Let's see what happened here with Mosley Jr. Slides up a bit off of 4 in front of Dylan Courtney. I don't know if he checked up for the 12, but hard impact the inside wall. Likely day done for the 89 unless he has a fast repair still. Looking at it from here, it looks as though we're going to get the 1 to go. Could be this time by. So the restart, 15 laps to go. Drivers trying to get some heat into these tires. They really haven't had a whole lot of laps under the green flag since they changed them. Drivers came down about lap 37. Had a bunch of cautions ever since, so not a ton of wear Not a ton of heat cycle built into these tires as of yet. We didn't get the one to go, so we should see it this time. So it'll be the restart with 14 laps remaining. So there you have it. We are on the one to go now. So one more time. Cooper Hightower stops on the front stretch here. Looks like he's going to call it a night. That left rear damage just too much to continue. Can't say that I blame him. That thing had to have been a handful. Race truck is in. Green is in the air. Bodie in the gas. 14 laps to go from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Bodie leads the lap here, top three all single file. Then it's Drew Chance and Henderson battling for position. Chance on the bottom, the number 18, that black and green machine. Henderson, the 28 on the top side. JJ Day, Peyton Burkett in behind both of them. They're side by side as well. 12 laps to go. Oh, contact with Burkett. He saves it. He saves it. Oh, and big-time contact. We got a huge wreck off of turn 2. J.J. Day nosed head on into the outside concrete wall. Day may be done here. He's certainly going to have to tow back to the pits. He may still have a fast repair, but he's absolutely going to lose some laps here. That one was big. Let's take a look at it. J.J. Day and Peyton Burkett going at it. First, it was Burkett we thought was going around. He somehow saves this down into turns 1 and 2. Then the 78. Brandon Stokes gets in there. The 51. I think that's Langham. Just right hooks him up the racetrack. That was big. Check it again. Looks like Day got a piece of the wall. But just drives into Burkett. Again, a great save for the 17. Stokes gets into Day just a touch. Glad it's just a sim, folks. That would have been bad. It's right on board with Langham on the roof cam. Let's see how it looked from his perspective as he gets into the right rear of J.J. Day out of 2. Certainly a bit of a jam up here in turn 1. Intentional or otherwise, definitely got him in the right rear. He was right there. Didn't want to give him an inch. I know we're getting late in the race here. They're going to have to talk it out. These guys are pretty good. I wouldn't expect that to be intentional, but things happen. So now with J.J. Day appears to be out of it, I still think there's enough drivers out of this race that he still might be in good shape. I think he can only lose like 14 points. So I think championship-wise, he'll be fine. They waved off the restart once again to get everybody lined out where they need to be. All right, so a 6-lap shootout to the finish. Corey Bodie's going to restart as the race leader, but he's going to do it from the outside. I think that's by choice. The leader does have the lane choice on the restarts. It's going to get exciting. Pace truck, hard left, down pit lane, green flag in the air. Corey Bodie in the gas, and we're racing with 6 laps to go. Denmark to the bottom, the battle for that second spot. Drew Chance took a peek to the outside. Looks like he's not going to be able to get it done. Tucks in behind to Denmark. Then it's Trevor Bowen, Jesse Henderson. Laps to go. The battle, Peyton Burkett and Jesse Henderson going at it. Burkett on the high side. A little bit of contact coming into turn 3. Slides Burkett up the racetrack, but not out of the gas. They swapped it up here. Henderson was on the outside. Now he roots Burkett up the racetrack into the fence. Still side-by-side for position. Meanwhile, Bodie continues to lead a quarter second over Denmark. This is the battle to watch, though. This is for the 5th position. Henderson and Burkett side-by-side, lap after lap. Henderson might have him clear, or does he? No, not quite yet. 3 to go. Now Henderson up the racetrack. Burkett goes with him. Brandon Stokes going to take advantage. A little bit of contact into 3, coming to 2 to go. Big time battles here for this positions back in the 5th spot. Stokes has P5 for now. Henderson now all over the 78. So is Peyton Burkett. These guys are still fighting out in contact. Burkett goes around. Into the fence, up the racetrack in front of JJ Day, and the yellow is out before they get the white. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Corey Bodie gonna have to do it one more time. In NASCAR style overtime. I know this is late model stocks, similar to the Cars Tour type machines. Not a NASCAR sanctioned event per se, but we are at North Wilkesboro, so I guess we can kind of talk NASCAR. Well, let's look at that one. First and foremost, Burkett going off the track here. This battle with Henderson was just not going to go away. Burkett just comes up, gets the left rear, but kind of turns himself off of the car, puts himself into the inside barrier, slides up the racetrack, not holding the brake. He's going to the fence here, going to say, you know what, I'm done. Either way, puts us under the yellow flag as he slid up in front of JJ Day. I want to watch it from JJ's perspective. Driver's eye perspective. How about that? At full speed. Quick hands for the 16. So green, white, checkered is the recipe for disaster tonight. And we'll do this up to 3 times if necessary. Again, daylight permitting. Pretty much at sunset here at Wilkesboro. We got to get this one done in a hurry because it's starting to get dark quickly. Beautiful aerial views. Again, special thanks to Whiplash SimCams for that. All of these great camera angles provided by them. Just wrapping up caution number 6. It's the pace truck. Hard left to pit lane. Let's try it again. Green is in the air. Green, white, checkered. Corey Bodie gets out of it. Down into turn 1. A good restart for the 44. Gene Denmark tucks in behind once again. The battle for 3rd. Trevor Bowen to the high side. Drew Chance on the bottom. Bowen clears Chance. He's up into the 3rd spot with ease. Now Henderson. He's shot out of a cannon. He's around Brandon Stokes, or at least alongside. White flag in the air. Final lap from North Wilkesboro. Side by side, Stokes and Henderson fighting it out for the 5th spot. Meanwhile, Corey Bodie unchallenged. A car length and a half, maybe two, back to Gene Denmark. Looking for a checkered flag in the final race of the season. Corey Bodie wins it. Henderson goes around off of 4. Gene Denmark, P2. Trevor Bowen finishes 3rd. Drew Chance 4th. And Tate Payne comes home in the 5th spot. Corey Bodie in the HBR TV colors. Gonna park it in victory lane. With that, we're going to jump out, get our last break out of the way, have our top 3 finishers, maybe even our champion in the broadcast booth after this. Stay with us.
I met Marco Scarza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Back at North Wilkesboro Speedway for the season finale here at the Gulf Coast Sim Racing Corey Bodie Motorsports Late Model Stock Series. Corey Bodie finishes out the season with a race win. Let's see if we can pull the driver, the number 44 HBR TV Dodge Charger, into the booth. Corey, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Corey, congratulations on a good race win here tonight. You started in the 5th spot, didn't get it done in qualifying, but quietly worked your way towards the front, took over the top spot, had to work on some late race restarts to hold these guys off. Tell us how you did it.
Yeah, absolutely. I messed up 3 and 4 in Q, so started 5th. So with the guys we have in here, it's pretty respectable. Kept it quiet, kept it clean, raced these guys. When we got to the point, the high side has that roll off of 2, so was able to keep rolling as we could.
Certainly an impressive run here at North Wilkesboro. We had the 200 lapper here recently for the money, but this one, the race finale, the season finale, 75 laps. It's a sprint right from the word go. You guys got it done. I got to say, though, the first half of the race, super clean, lots of action to cover, but then everybody's aggression level turned up to level 10. How did it look from your perspective with those guys behind you with those cautions we had late?
Messy. Being the promoter of this, it kind of, was starting to get to me. We were better than that. So I hated putting on that kind of show at the end. But, we finally got to the checkered. We try to pride ourselves on racing clean. All of us know we can do it. We've done crazy track car combos, went full greens. So, after 200 laps here, I figured it would be a little cleaner than that.
Well, I got to be honest, don't beat yourself up too hard. The last half of this race was a blast to watch, a blast to cover. I thought it was honestly the best race of the season from my perspective. I know as a driver it can get frustrating. Certainly as a race admin it can get even more frustrating. You just want to get this thing done. But you guys put on a good show tonight, so don't be too upset about it. It was a fun one for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know North Wilkesboro puts on a great side-by-side action as long as respect between the two drivers is put there. So, again, got to say thank you for doing this in the season, and thanks for working with us. That's why I've made this paint just as a thank you. I'll run it for a couple more weeks and put the camo car back on.
Well, it looks good, man. I do appreciate it. I was happy to be a part of this season, though as short as it was. Certainly looking forward to hopefully getting something together with you guys in the future. But I do appreciate the business, and this has been one of the more fun series to call. I got to be honest. I know the races are a bit shorter, but it's been a blast, man. I do appreciate it.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate you coming on and doing this.
Corey, before I let you go, man, who else do you want to shout out to? Anybody?
I got to throw it out to the boys back at the shop, Shipface Motorsports, Dorset Productions Unlimited, Cook Electrical, new real-life sponsor as well, Bono's Barbecue, come on today. So I've got to throw that out for those guys, and that's about all. Thank you to you, Elite Performance Industries, Auto Captures, guys at the shop.
All right, Corey. Well, thanks for talking to us, man. Good luck in future endeavors, and I hope to see you again.
Thank you, Steve.
It's Corey Bodie, your race winner here from Wilkesboro. Let's see if we can talk to Gene Denmark next. Pull the runner-up into the broadcast booth and get a word with the driver of the number 88 machine. Gene Denmark, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy? Oh, he's muted. We'll put him back here. Let's move him around a bit. We'll get this figured out. We've had this happen once before. All right, we're just going to do it here because this is the way that it's going to work. Gene Denmark, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Gene, congratulations, man. A second-place run. Hard-fought for sure. Thought you had a shot at this one. Was there anything you could have done differently to get by Corey Bodie there late?
I'm going to buy my dang pit crew. I'm going by Costco to buy one of them big old packs of 5-hour energy. Maybe they'll go faster. But it's just the race off pit road there just cost me the race. I think Bodie came in and we stopped almost the exact same time, and he just straight up killed me off of pit road. So that was it. That's all she wrote.
Well, either way, it was a strong performance, a great season, a great race for you. Second place is the end result. Congratulations, man. It's been a fun one to watch, but you can't win them all. It is what it is,
Yeah, you can't win them all. I mean, I did pretty good this year in this league, and I won a couple races, and I'm very proud of it. And I can't thank the guys enough for putting it on, JJ and Bodie and Kevin Anders and all, and everybody with Gulf Coast Sim Racing. They do a fantastic job in this league, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, certainly fun to watch on our end of it here. I know Corey was a little frustrated with how the latter half of this race ended up. Personally, I thought it was a fun one to watch. It was great to call. It was certainly not lacking any excitement, but you guys did a good job. Congratulations again on that second place finish. We look forward to seeing you guys do some more of this stuff in the future. But Gene, we're going to let you go, man. Is there anyone you want to shout out to that you haven't already?
I just want to thank the boys at Shift Face Motorsports, and y'all just have a good one now. I appreciate y'all.
All right, Gene. Well, thanks for talking to us, man. Hope to talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
So we're looking for Trevor Bowen. I think he's in another chat here. Let's see if we can pull him up into the broadcast booth. He is our third place finisher. And he is muted as well, so we're going to try and pull him also into post-race waiting room for the interview because he can't talk in the booth, so we'll try this here. Trevor Bowen, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
All right, there we go. Having a little muted issues with some of the guys, but either way, third place finish for you tonight here at Wilkesboro. Walk us through your race. You started 7th, worked your way up, lots of action. You were aggressive from the word go, and you made it work. Talk about it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Rode for the first little while. Bodie gets out front and sets a pretty fast pace, so you got to kind of roll with him a little bit, maybe you can burn his stuff up, and you got a little shot. But we got a caution about halfway, which was pretty good because we all run the first 35 pretty hard. So we got a caution there in the middle, and then kind of got a couple cautions at the end of the race. Didn't really help, but all in all, it was a good race.
Certainly a fun one to watch. Even with the cautions later on, there was plenty of action on our end. So, again, if you're beating yourself up about it, anybody else beating yourselves up about it, don't, because that was a fun one. Again, Trevor, congratulations, man. A great season, a great race. Good job here finishing P3, man. Who do you want to thank before we let you go?
Oh, man, thank the GCSR guys. Bodie, Gene, everybody in here is pretty much friends and goes to the racetrack all the time together. Johnny's RV. Just appreciate everybody back at the shop.
All right, Trevor. Well, thanks for talking to us, man, and good luck in the future events here in Gulf Coast Sim Racing. We hope to see and talk to you guys in the future. Thanks again.
Yep, appreciate you hosting us.
It's Trevor Bowen, your third place finisher here at Wilkesboro. Let's take a look at our race results. Of course, we talked to our top 3 finishers on the season. JJ Day, your champion. I don't think he is available. I know he's happy with the championship, but certainly frustrated, I'm sure, with how that one ended up. But we'll talk about the race results here. Of course, Corey Bodie, your winner. Gene Denmark, Trevor Bowen, the top 3. Drew Chance, Tate Payne, the top 5. Dylan Courtney was 6th. Brandon Stokes was 7th. 8th went to Ed Brown. 9th, Jonathan Langham. Kyle Johnson was 10th. Jesse Henderson, 11th. Cooper Hightower, 12th. Peyton Burkett was 13th. JJ Day, after his incident, was 14th, 3 laps down. Charlie Mosley, 15th. Phil Hensley was 16th. And Robert Barber finishes out in the 17th spot. That's going to wrap it up for us here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Thank you guys for tuning in all season long. Also got to thank the Great Lakes Sim Racing Group as they gave us the benefit of the doubt here. We kind of overbooked things here. We scheduled 2 different leagues at the same time. Great Lakes Sim Racing, their Downrange Transport Premier Series also runs on Wednesday nights at the exact same time as this late model stock series. So unfortunately, we had to tape delay them a handful of times. I do appreciate those guys over there, Sean Petchin, Tyler Brewer, for helping us out and letting us tape delay their races. They're running the Daytona Road Course right now, which we will rebroadcast tomorrow night, Thursday, here on HBR TV. Same time, about 8:45, we'll be live. So tune in for that if you guys are interested. They run the Xfinity cars, and they have some fast guys over there, so you really want to tune in for that. It's a blast. But either way, got to say a big thank you to all the guys here at the Gulf Coast Sim Racing League. Corey Bodie especially for getting us back in here and wanting to work with us, trying to make this work out. I know it was kind of last minute, but we got a season in. It was a short one, but we got a season in, and we certainly look forward to hopefully being able to do more of these in the future. With that said, I'm Steve Singer with HBR TV, congratulating Corey Bodie on the race win here in the season finale at North Wilkesboro. We'll see you at the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.
lost in a bottle. Lord, I can't stop feeling sorry for myself. I'm drowning in sorrow. Girl, want you and nobody else. I keep on looking every day and every night, but I just don't know where that baby of mine. Well, I just don't know. Have mercy, brother. start feeling sorry for myself. I'm drowning on sorrow. Girl, want you and nobody else. I keep on looking every day and every night, but I just don't know where that baby of mine. Well, I just don't know.